Are the Lakers about to make the most controversial trade decision of the decade by shipping out their homegrown hero Austin Reaves for a Sacramento Kings duo that could either elevate this franchise to championship glory or completely derail their championship window? The whispers around crypto. Calm Arena are getting louder, and what we're hearing might shock every Lakers fan to their core. After committing $165 million over 3 years to what they're calling their franchise cornerstone, the Lakers front office is reportedly eyeing a blockbuster move that would send fan favorite Austin Reaves packing to Sacramento in exchange for forward Keegan Murray and guard Keon Ellis. This isn't just roster tinkering. This is Rob Pelinka potentially gambling the entire future of this storied franchise on a calculated risk that could define the next era of Lakers basketball. Let's be brutally honest about where we stand right now. The Lakers just made one of the most significant financial commitments in recent franchise history, and now they're staring down the reality that their current roster construction might not be the championship formula they desperately need. Austin Reaves, the undrafted gem who captured hearts with his gritty play and clutch performances, suddenly finds himself at the center of trade speculation that has the entire Lakers universe buzzing with anxiety and anticipation. The elephant in the room that nobody wants to acknowledge? Reeves might be the odd man out in a backcourt that's about to become incredibly crowded with elite playmakers. His offensive explosion during the 2024-25 season has been nothing short of spectacular, showcasing scoring ability and court vision that turned him from a developmental project into a legitimate NBA contributor. But here's the uncomfortable truth that's driving these trade discussions. His defensive limitations could become a glaring weakness when paired with other offensively minded guards throughout a grueling 82-game season and playoff run. The Sacramento connection makes perfect sense when you peel back the layers of this potential deal. The Kings are sitting on two incredibly valuable assets in Murray and Ellis, both of whom represent exactly the type of two-way versatility that championship teams are built around. Murray, at just 24 years old, and earning a team-friendly $11, $1 million, brings that rare combination of size at 6 feet 8 inches, defensive flexibility, and efficient scoring that fits seamlessly alongside superstars who command constant attention from opposing defenses. What makes Murray such an intriguing fit is his ability to impact winning without needing plays called for him. He's the type of player who can guard multiple positions, knock down open threes when the defense collapses, and provide secondary scoring when the Lakers need someone to step up. His modest contract also gives the Lakers financial flexibility to continue building around their core, something that becomes increasingly important as luxury tax implications loom large for a franchise already committed to massive payrolls. Then there's Keon Ellis, the 6 feet 6 inches undrafted guard who's quietly become one of Sacramento's most valuable role players. His defensive instincts and three-point shooting efficiency represent exactly the type of complementary skill set that championship teams covet. Ellis doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact games, making him an ideal fit alongside ball-dominant stars who need shooters and defenders around them to maximize their effectiveness. The defensive upgrade that Murray and Ellis will provide cannot be overstated. The Lakers have struggled mightily on that end of the floor, and adding two players with strong defensive metrics could transform their entire team identity. Murray's length and versatility allow him to switch across multiple positions, while Ellis brings a tenacious on-ball defense and help-side awareness that playoff teams desperately need when every possession matters. From Sacramento's perspective, this trade makes sense if they're looking at a dynamic playmaker who can create his own shot and facilitate for others. Reeves would give him exactly that type of offensive catalyst, someone who could take pressure off their other scorers and provide the type of clutch gene that shows up in big moments. His ability to score from all three levels and make plays for teammates could be exactly what Sacramento needs to take the next step in their development. The age factor also works in everyone's favor here. Murray and Ellis, at 24 and 25 respectively, align perfectly with long-term vision while still being ready to contribute immediately to a championship push. They represent that sweet spot of youth and readiness that contending teams dream about finding in trades. Meanwhile, Reeves at 26 gives Sacramento a player entering his prime who can grow alongside their existing young core. But let's address the massive risk the Lakers will be taking here. Trading away Austin Reaves means saying goodbye to a player who's become the embodiment of Lakers grit and determination. He's the type of player who connects with fans on an emotional level, someone who represents a blue-collar mentality that championship teams are built on. Losing that intangible leadership and that clutch factor could create a void that's impossible to quantify until it's too late. The financial implications also deserve serious consideration. Reeves is locked into a reasonable contract that provides excellent value, while taking on 2 additional players means adjusting roster construction and potentially limiting future flexibility. Championship windows in the NBA are notoriously short, and every move needs to be evaluated through the lens of maximizing the remaining prime years of established stars. What makes this potential trade so fascinating is how it represents a fundamental shift in team-building philosophy. Instead of surrounding stars with another ball handler and shot creator, the Lakers will be betting on defense, versatility, and complementary skills. It's the type of move that could look genius if it works or catastrophic if it fails, with very little middle ground for evaluation. The timing couldn't be more critical. Championship expectations are higher than ever, and every roster decision carries massive implications for both immediate success and long-term sustainability. Trading Reeves would signal that the front office believes they need to prioritize fit and defensive improvement over individual offensive talent, a calculated gamble that could define this era of Lakers basketball. While there's no indication that active negotiations are taking place, the underlying logic of this potential deal reveals everything about where both franchises see themselves right now. The Lakers are in win-now mode and need every advantage they can get, while Sacramento might be looking to add that final piece to push them into legitimate playoff contention. The question every Lakers fan needs to ask themselves is simple. Are you ready to trust Rob Pelinka's vision, even if it means watching Austin Reaves flourish somewhere else? Because if this trade happens, there's no going back, and the championship chase will be riding on whether Murray and Ellis can provide that missing defensive identity this team desperately needs. What do you think about this potential blockbuster? Would you be willing to part ways with Austin Reaves for defensive upgrades, or is he too valuable to trade away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this debate started. Because this decision could shape the next decade of Lakers basketball, and every fan's voice matters in this conversation.